Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Shockley, the chair of the board of directors of the Virginia Council on Economic Education. I'm delighted to kick off our annual Stock Market Game Awards ceremony. We're streaming on Facebook, and this program will be available for replay here and on YouTube. Thank you all for joining us in this virtual capacity. The Council's mission of providing Virginia's K-12 students with the economic knowledge and financial skills needed to thrive in our dynamic economy is achieved through exceptional programming like the Stock Market Game. Today, we honor this year's high-achieving student investors who represent teams and schools from across the Commonwealth of Virginia. You will have the honor to hear some of their investment strategies and the lessons they learned from participating in the Stock Market Game. I'm glad that you could join us for this year's celebration. The 2021-2022 Virginia Stock Market Game is sponsored by Ameriprise Financial, Atlantic Union Bank, Mr. Edwin E. Banks, Capital One, CFA Society of Virginia, Dixon, Hubbard, Finauer, and Brown Incorporated, Member One Federal Credit Union, Mid-Atlantic Security Traders Association Foundation, SIFMA Foundation and SIFMA member firms, Mr. Joseph Stimmel, CFP, and your economic success. To our sponsors, thank you for investing in our teachers and empowering students as they engage in the economy by venturing into the world of securities trading. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dan Mortensen, President and CEO of the Virginia Council on Economic Education, to bring welcome from the Council.
Thank you, Chris, and I'd like to add my thanks to all of you for joining this awards program. Working with the SIFMA Foundation, we at VCEE administer the stock market game here in Virginia. This year, in spite of the continued challenges faced by school divisions across our state, more than 14,000 Virginia students participated in the stock market game, and that's fantastic. I would like to welcome everyone who is joining us today via Facebook, particularly students, teachers, and their guests. I would also like to acknowledge and thank the members of VCEE's Board of Directors, including Chris, our chair, from whom you have just heard. A full list of our board members can be found on our website at vcee.org. On our website, you will also find the names of our staff members. I want to thank all members of the VCEE staff for all that they do throughout the year and for their work in making the stock market game program a success. VCEE is pleased to partner with the universities which host our various centers for economic education. All are listed on your screen. I would like to thank the representatives from these universities who comprise our network for their many contributions throughout the year and in support of this program. There are representatives with us tonight from many other partner organizations who provide VCEE with financial support, and we want to thank them as well, since they provide the funding which makes all of our programs possible. Tonight, I would like to join Chris in expressing my thanks to Ameriprise Financial, Atlantic Union Bank, Mr. Edwin E. Banks, Capital One, the CFA Society of Virginia, Dixon, Hubbard, Finauer, and Brown Incorporated, Member One Federal Credit Union, Mid-Atlantic Security Traders Association Foundation, SIFMA Foundation and SIFMA member firms, Mr. Joseph Stimmel, CFP, and your economic success. Thank you all for sponsoring this year's program and awards. Before we hear from our winning students, I want to acknowledge one more very important group. I would like to express my deep, heartfelt gratitude to the teachers and administrators who worked tenaciously to ensure that their students had access to the stock market game. We thank you for all that you do for your students, and particularly for making the stock market game a valuable learning experience for them. And now it is time for the presentation of the 2021-2022 Stock Market Game Awards. I will turn the program over to Diane Nyland, our Stock Market Game Program Coordinator, to begin the awarding of this year's winning teams. Diane?
Through the years, Virginia educators at private and public schools, home schools, and community programs have successfully used the stock market game program to enliven core academic subjects, including mathematics, social studies, career and technical education, language arts, and family and consumer science, by giving students a chance to invest in an online portfolio using real-time pricing. This year has once again seen tremendous challenges for teachers, students, and parents. Today you will meet students who rose to the challenge and successfully learned to navigate the world of investing. So, how does the stock market game work? Student teams collaborate to construct the best performing portfolio by using a live trading simulation with a beginning virtual balance of $100,000. Working together in small teams, they practice vital life skills such as leadership, organization, negotiation, and cooperation. Teams can trade common stocks, mutual funds, and bonds. They earn interest on cash balances and pay a commission on all trades. In selecting their investments, students use their research skills and their understanding of current events to learn how the economy works and how external forces impact the market, as was illustrated for the spring and year teams. This year, teams were not permitted to buy on the margin or short sell any stocks. This was done to discourage day trader behavior. The SMG website gives students access to online research, up-to-the-minute news, charts and graphs, and real-time trading. They quickly receive information on their trades, and their portfolios are updated daily, as are the rankings. While the competitive gameplay creates student excitement, the educational experience delivers the biggest impact. A great side effect is collateral learning. As one teacher said, "This has been a great experience for me. Parents have communicated that they are learning as much as the students." Another said this about her students and winning team. "I had a lot of students who were more interested in the game and spent a lot of time researching stocks and making multiple trades. However, these girls won by not going crazy with their buys and sells. It was a good lesson for my class to learn." In addition to the stock market game being an invaluable project-based learning program for students, the stock market game platform provides an online teacher support center that has a vast library of updated learning materials correlated to many national, voluntary, and state educational standards. The Virginia Council on Economic Education enhances this teacher support in the form of workshops, webinars, how-to documents, and training videos through our university-based centers for economic education. As you can see, the stock market game is a great research-supported instructional tool that brings classrooms alive and engages Virginia students in economic and personal finance education. I want to personally thank our generous donors who sponsored almost half of our 3,300 plus teams for this school year. Their generosity enabled many students to participate who otherwise would not have been able to do so because of the lack of available funding from their schools. Now, let's meet our winning teams from the fall, spring, and year-long games. Each team will be recognized by the university-based center in their region and have submitted a video sharing their investment strategy along with what they learned while competing in this year's games. To begin recognition of the outstanding teams who competed in the fall 2021 game, it is my pleasure to introduce the Associate Director of the George George Mason University Center for Economic Education. Kate Scott.
The fall stock market game runs through mid-September through mid-December each year. As with all three games, students compete in the statewide competition regardless of grade level. Tonight, we will recognize the top teams in each overall game, and we'll also recognize the top teams at the elementary, middle, and high school levels, if not already included in the top three teams. The fall 2021 winners for top elementary school team with a final portfolio value of $105,930.46 are Jaden R. and Roxanne W. from Kegatank Elementary School, Accomack County Public Schools. Their advisor, Sherry Spangler Herman. Congratulations, team. Now tell us about your experience competing in the stock market game.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Herman from Kegatank Elementary School, and Jaden and Roxanne won the Coastal Regional Elementary Division and the Elementary Division for the state of Virginia for the fall game of 2021. Jaden, tell us how you did.
I feel that we won as a team by being consistent and checking stock and fund prices on the internet. Also, we researched past stocks to see growth from graphs and to purchase stocks.
Thank you again. It was a very good game, and we are diligently trying to win the spring 2022 game, stock market game with our students. Thank you.
Congratulations, Kegatank Elementary School. Good afternoon. I am Dr. Stephen Day from the Virginia Commonwealth University Center for Economic Education, and I have the pleasure of recognizing the third place and top middle school team for the fall 2021 stock market game. With a final portfolio value of $109,241, is the team of Jeeve M., Ryan A., Luke S., and Grayson B. from Midlothian Middle School, Chesterfield County Public Schools. Their advisor is Manny Rios. Great job, team. Tell us about your experience competing in the stock market game.
On behalf of Midlothian Middle School here in Chesterfield County, Virginia, we want to say thank you to the stock market game.
We learned about technical analysis of a given stock, including Bollinger Bands, moving averages, and RSI.
We also learned about fundamental analysis such as price-to-earnings ratio, growth versus value stocks, small versus mid versus large cap stocks, and earnings per share.
And lastly, we learned that stock investing isn't scary at all, that it's okay to take risks so long as we understand that stock investing does involve the potential for loss.
And in our case, it also includes the rewards of earning a great return.
Let's go Midlo! This has been Mr. Rios, the teacher, and the 7th grade students are
Jeeve Moncar,
Ryan O. Young,
Luke Saville,
and Grayson Mercado.
Thank you to the Virginia Council of Economic Education and VCEE for hosting this amazing contest.
Way to go, Midlothian Middle School. Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Cheryl Ayers, the co-director of the Virginia Tech Center for Economic Education. It is my honor to present both first and second place recognition to the winning teams for the fall 2021 game. This year's second place team comes from Twin Valley High School in Buchanan County Public Schools and is under the leadership of their advisor, Ms. Pam Ambergi. Congratulations to the team of Isaac, Haley, and Emma, who ended the competition with a portfolio balance of $110,419. Team, tell us about your experience competing in the stock market game.
Hello, we are Team 69 from Twin Valley High School. I am Emma, this is Haley, and this is Isaac. We participated in the stock market game this fall and placed second in the state.
I want to start off by saying that this program has helped us as students in more ways than one. Considering that it's almost time for us to graduate, we are trying to prepare everything that we need to be ready to enter the world.
Our investment strategy was very simple. We bought into stocks that we thought would do well over time. Even if our stocks took a drop, we waited for the price to go back up. This led to more profits over the course of the game.
Earning first place in top high school team recognition for the fall 2021 stock market game are Preston and Damien from Carroll County High School and Carroll County Public Schools. They ended the game with a total portfolio balance of $110,473. Congratulations to the team and to their advisor, Ms. Heather Taylor. Team, tell us what you learned while competing in the stock market game.
Coming to you from Carroll County High School. The stock market game, also known as the SMG, gives young minds the chance to dig down deep and figure out what it takes to be a good business leader. And today at Carroll County High School, we have Virginia's first place team.
Hi, I'm Damien and I'm in 10th grade.
Hi, I'm Preston. I'm in 10th grade.
What were the companies that you invested in?
Now it is time to recognize the winning teams who competed in the spring stock market game. The spring game is unique in that its competition period ends in April, but teachers are able to continue using the program to enhance their instruction through the first week of June. Kate Scott will join us again to begin our recognition of the spring 2022 winning teams.
This year, the GMU Center has the honor of recognizing the top performing team in the elementary division of the spring 2022 stock market game on behalf of the Coastal Virginia region. The spring 2022 winners for top elementary school team with a final portfolio value of $118,325.56 are Jackson B. and David W. from Chickatink Elementary School. Accomack County Public Schools, their advisor is Sherry Spangler Herman. Now we will hear a few words from the team about their experience competing in the stock market game. Jackson and David were unable to submit recorded remarks, so I will be reading their written remarks. The team said, "We won because we consistently watched the daily stocks on the New York Stock Exchange and also calculated the difference they made the day before. If they made a lot of money the day before, we went ahead and bought them and watched them continually grow. We watched the stock SI drop over the last 2 weeks, so we ended up selling it and then we bought other stock. Jackson said, we were starting to win and we believed that we won because we looked at the volume of leading stocks on the financial pages and calculated how much they would make weekly and biweekly. We also feel like we won because we're always checking every morning to make sure our stocks were increasing in value and would check later in the afternoon if we didn't have a chance to check on them in the morning. David and I think that being persistent is the reason we won the spring 2022 game for ourselves and Chickatink Elementary. Great job, team."
Great job, Ms. Spangler Herman's teams. It is my pleasure to now recognize the top middle school team of the spring stock market game with an end of competition portfolio value of $110,274. Congratulations go to Natalie H., Malik K., Kayla S., and Quintel B. from Chesterfield County Public Schools, Swift Creek Middle School, and their advisor, James Rushton. Team, what did you learn from competing in the spring stock market game?
Hello, my name is Quintel, and I'm at Swift Creek Middle School. One thing I learned about the stock market game is that which stocks I should invest in and shouldn't by looking at the trends.
All right, go.
Hello, my name is Natalie, and I'm an 8th grade student at Swift Creek Middle School. One thing I enjoyed about the stock market game is being able to understand what my parents are talking about at home.
Hello, my name is Malik. I'm an 8th grader from Swift Creek Middle School, and one thing I enjoy about the stock market game is how easy it was to invest.
Go.
Hello, my name is Kayla, 8th grade student at Swift Creek Middle School. One thing I learned about stock market, about playing stock market game is how to invest in a stock.
Way to go, Swift Creek Middle School and Mr. Rush. Good afternoon. I'm John Krugel from the James Madison University Center for Economic Education. Tonight, I have the pleasure of recognizing the team earning third place overall for the spring 2022 stock market game. With a final portfolio value of $119,410.41, the team from Winchester Public Schools, John Hanley High School. Team members are Christopher and Jeshua, and their advisor is Miss Nancy Felicio. Great job, team. Tell us what you gained from competing in the spring 2022 stock market game.
Hi, I'm Nancy Felicio from John Hanley High School in Winchester, Virginia, and I'd like to introduce you to our two stock market winners.
Hi, my name is Jeffrey. My name is Christopher.
And what were your strategies for the stock market game?
Our investment strategy was to invest in companies who manufactured and distributed products which are used daily. Companies who manufacture things like steel, chemicals, and energy were at the top of our priority to invest in.
Congratulations to Ms. Felicio and to her awesome student investors. With a portfolio valued at $122,576, Sierra L., Graham L., Laura G., and Devin S. soared to the second place spot in the spring game. The team hails from Cosby High School in Chesterfield County. Congratulations to them and to their advisor, Ms. Elise Sido. Let's hear what the team has to say about their stock market experience.
Hi, my name is Sierra Lannon.
My name is Laura.
My name is Devin.
My name is Graham from Cosby High School. Our rate of return was 27.66.
Our total equity was around $122,000.
We used a couple different strategies when buying our stock, and one of those was to buy in a bear market so that the prices were low and there was a lot of room for growth.
Another one of these is current events. Stuff like COVID, war in Ukraine really dictated what we buy.
We also decided to invest in trusted companies, our blue chip stocks like Target, Coke, and Tesla.
We also focused on diversification and invested in different sectors like financial, auto, and medical.
We also invested in different stock types like blue chip and growth.
We also learned that for the stock market, it's good for look at the market itself, how it goes from bull to bear market, and wait and hold the stocks so they have room to grow.
Another thing we learned is that the stock market is a good way to save money and also build your wealth.
Another one of these things is just like, doesn't need to be well known. You just gotta like look at the numbers, look at projections to see if you want to put your money into it.
We also made sure that most of our cash was invested in stocks, and so we didn't have a ton of cash. And we just want to say thank you to the stock market game and our teacher, Miss Sido.
Congratulations, Ms. Sido, and your Crosby High School team. It is with great honor that the GMU Center has the opportunity to celebrate the Spring Games top high school team who earned first place overall. This year's first place team hails from South County High, a Fairfax County public school, and is under the leadership of their advisor, Miss Shanae Hill. With a portfolio balance of $138,798.61. Congratulations to Team Mike, whose team members are Mahad A, Isa R, Kevin S, and Ethan O. Team Mike, tell us about your experience competing in the stock market game.
I'm Mahad. I'm Issa. I'm Kaz. I'm Ethan. We are Team Mike. We collaborated every week to decide what stocks to buy, and we valued everyone in the groups of the group. So each week when we collaborated what stocks to buy, we consider stocks from different industries in different parts of the U.S. and around the world. And we looked at trends to decide which stocks we should buy. I learned that the stock market is very unpredictable. You can't be too risky and invest too much money. But at the same time, you have to invest enough money that you can make profit with.
tip for next year players is that you should look at the market daily and watch out for trends.
Thank you, Stock Market Game, sponsors, and donors for making this experience possible.
Congratulations, Team Mike. The third and final stock market game session is the year-long game that runs from late September until early June. Like the spring game, the competition period ends in April, but teachers are able to use the stock market game in their classroom through the first week of June. We return to Dr. Ayers to announce our first year-long winner.
Elementary school in the year-long stock market game is from Bellevue Elementary School in Montgomery County and was advised by Miss Lisa Green. Carolyn and Ben worked closely together until Ben's family moved out of the state in April. However, while working together, they managed a portfolio that grew to $103,010. Great job weathering the ups and downs of the market. Carolyn, can you please tell us about what you and Ben learned while competing in the year-long stock market game program?
Hi, my name is Caroline, and I am part of the Virginia Elementary Stock Market Game winning team from Bellevue Elementary School. I had a great experience playing the stock market game, and I learned a lot about how the stock market works and how to make trades. At first, my team couldn't agree on which stocks to buy, so we just picked something random, but then we just let each person pick a stock. After a while, we developed a system where one person would find stocks to buy and check how the stocks were doing, and one person would make the trades, usually me. Our strategy for that was to sell stocks if they were doing good and to buy them if they were doing bad. We mostly used Yahoo Finance to pick our stocks and check on them, and we looked at how well they were doing over time to make wise purchases. We tried our best to create a diverse portfolio with stocks from many different industries. We had a great time, and I hope everyone else playing loved it too. Thank you so much for the experience and for creating this program. I look forward to possibly playing it as a middle schooler next year.
Way to go, Bellevue. I am honored to introduce the team that placed third overall in our year-round game. Abner, Aiden, Jose, and Colleen from Skyline Middle School, which is a part of Harrisonburg City Public Schools. They finished the competition with a portfolio valued at $108,391.75. Their advisors were Ms. Judy McNett and Mr. Trevor Oyer. Please tell us about your investment strategy.
Hello, my name is Abner Sandy, and behind me is the Bell Stock Exchange building. This year has been a hectic year, and fortunately, we've been able to have the opportunity to be in the stock market game.
Hello, my name is Aiden Salazar McCauley. Mr. Oyer teaches my team civics / economics class. We trade during his class and after school.
My name is Jose Ramos. Is my next bachelor in specialty. She came out the ranking each week. This year, every 8th grader in our school was placed on a stock market team.
In September, we started learning about the stock market by writing about what we already knew about money.
I wrote the juniors to negotiate things to you say it to things later. I wrote it can help you get what you want.
I wrote it helps us.
We have to pencil and wrote your goals of the future. The goals I wrote were get a touchdown in football, get rich, and be successful. Unfortunately, I did not get the touchdown, but I will take the path of being rich and successful.
We have learned a lot about the stock market game this year. For example, we learned about how to invest in stocks.
Aunque pueda ser difícil o confuso, pero vale la pena porque puedes aprender sin tener riesgos. I learned that it takes patience for your money to work for you. It's like a goal you want to achieve. Without patience and dedication, you will only get the least amount of success that you expected. For the investment strategy, we didn't really make it complicated. Our team made the decision to buy the stocks we bought. So we bought Apple and Tesla. The reason why we chose Apple was because they released a new phone every single year, and they boomed. So we thought that was a good stock. For the Tesla stock, we
we don't really have a strategy. This could be a sign or just good luck, but I definitely won't take this opportunity for granted.
Gabriel, lo único que estoy hablando es que no sé que desperdice todo tu dinero porque te gusta hacer basics, no sé. Y que es un tema muy interesante de aprender. Yo estoy muy interesado sobre economía y finanzas y puede ser el futuro de miles de personas.
When I get older, I want to invest and hope that I invest well and choose the right stocks.
Stocks are an excellent way for your money to work for you, but there is always a risk to it. I will definitely invest into the stock market. My plans for our future are to continue growing and getting knowledge to continue making money. People think it's hard to make money at a young age, but I'm proof that it's not. If you find the ways and connections, you could possibly make $100 a week. And trust me, that is a lot for a teenager at my age, but just spend the money responsibly.
Great job, Skyline Middle School. The second place team overall and top high school team in the year-long game is from North Stafford High School in Stafford County, advised by Ms. Sharon Spiegel, Shaughnessy J., Aaliyah C., and Madison H. The Dragonflies ended the game with a portfolio balance of $109,789.22. The Dragonflies will now tell us about their experience competing in the stock market game.
My name's Aaliyah. My name's Shanice. My name's Madison. And we're from North Stafford High School, and our strategy for the stock market game was to buy stocks that we were familiar with and leave them alone.
Congratulations again to the Dragonflies of North Stafford High. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the final team award for the 2021-2022 stock market game. The first place and top middle school in the year-long game, won with a portfolio valued at $126,905.01, is Mile G, Marley M, Tommy R, who are students at St. John the Apostle Catholic School, located in Virginia Beach. Their advisor is Mr. Michael Moore. Team, please tell us about what you learned over the course of the year-long game.
Hello, my name is Tommy. Hi, my name is Miles.
And hi, my name is Marley.
So we ended up winning the Stock Market 2022 game for this year. We placed first out of 512 people, or 512 groups in the state. And we had a final money of like $131,000. And yeah, we had a great time doing it.
How we won it was mostly off of one stock. It was an Indonesian energy company that we bought 2,500 shares of when it was at $4. And within a week, it rose to $80 a share from $4 a share. But we didn't sell it at the time. So it dropped to $60, and that's where we sold it.
Yeah, we got the timing wrong, but we still ended up rising up the ranks, and we ended up in first place practically overnight, which was a big shock to all of us.
Pretty much during the whole game, we had a very diversified amount of stocks. Kind of just knowing the companies that we knew, like Hershey, Party City, kind of stuff like that. We weren't really educated on, how stocks work in general. And, we kind of needed to make a home run play at the end of the game in order to, try to rise to the top of the leaderboard. And we ended up coming from the middle of the pack all the way up.
How we came by the company was looking up the best, cheapest oil stocks that we had. We looked this up because of the whole thing with Russia and Ukraine and the cut on oil pipelines and gas prices. So oil companies and energy companies would be like skyrocketing.
So yeah, we ended up buying a ton of it, and it did eventually go up, which we did not even anticipate for a while. It was really a luck game. We made a risk, and we benefited off it, and really helped us a lot since a lot of our stocks are failing, and we had major money loss.
Prior to you guys investing in the oil stocks, what were your
investment. You mentioned Hershey's and such. Why did you go along with those stocks?
I mean, they were pretty much big corporations that we knew, and they were just, oh, it's Halloween, we should buy Hershey, or oh, it's Halloween, we should buy Party City. It was kind of just the stuff we knew off early in the game that we thought people were going to buy these type of things at the store or something like that, that's not really how it goes necessarily.
Yeah, we were buying stocks off of what we saw on the calendar, like, oh, Easter, might as well buy Hershey, or Black Friday, might as well buy Walmart.
I feel like something we should have done is looked at, instead of the events that we knew were coming up, world events that were happening around us, to see what was happening to the world around and what was going down and what was going up.
What would you do differently if the world situation caused you to focus on energy stocks? Is that right? Mm-hmm. And so, had the world been different, would you have maintained a diverse portfolio, or would you have sought out something to make a quick hit and sell and move on? What would be your philosophy going forward?
I mean, I don't think it would have been an energy stock, so to speak. I mean, but we still needed to make a play at the end of the game in order to solidify us at the top, right? Because I mean, we were in the middle pack pretty much the whole game, and we kept going, we kept dropping, and we had to make a home run play at some point. It could have been some different company. It didn't have to be Indonesian energy stock, but that ended up hitting for us.
I would have dropped Netflix. We had Netflix, and it dropped
$3,000 down.
Yeah, we lost $3,000 when it dropped $300, and that was not a good decision. So I would have cut Netflix off immediately if I had paid more attention.
How would now you guys were limited to a 7-month, 8-month period of playing the game,
right?
How would your investment philosophy be different if you were if you were investing for a long term, say, for your lifetime savings?
I would definitely have been a lot more careful in consideration into putting in my stocks. This is for the rest of your life. This is your money you're spending. You don't want to just blow it all at the same time. And I probably another bad thing that we did was we kept half our money not spent. Actually, no, we only had a quarter in stocks, and most of our money wasn't even spent.
I would have kept our money consistent and keep on buying stocks, and I would keep our stocks a lot longer because it's gonna eventually rise, and it might rise a lot, and then you can make a ton of money off that. But when you're confined to 8-month time, then that doesn't really give you a lot of time to help your stocks grow and watch it.
What did you learn from the game, from playing the game? If we're talking about lifelong learning here, what did you take out of this game?
Probably definitely that stocks has been a big thing for definitely our time, and before that even. And I don't know, it teaches you about finances, economics, how to manage your money in a safely manner, even though that in real life you probably shouldn't blow pretty much all your money at whatever time in order to make a home run play. It's still, you learn to manage your money in order to, be able in the long run, have a safer amount of money.
Looking forward, do you anticipate, now we've talked about compounding interest. We had a guest speaker in here talk about the benefits of compounding. You played this stock market game over the year. How do you see yourself investing or saving for your future, for your retirement?
Definitely, like I said before, a lot more careful than I was in the stock market game. You don't, I don't know if you do, but I don't think any 13-year-old has $100,000 in their bank account.
Definitely get in early though, because we, as that guest speaker taught us, I think it was one of the kids got in at 13, other kid at 28, and by the time they reached 60, yeah, 13-year-old had $200,000 more just by putting in $1,000 deposit every year, and that money quickly grew as the guy who got in at whatever said age, which was older, he was definitely behind.
So what I hear you saying is that saving in compounding savings in some sort of account should be a part of your investment portfolio going forward.
Yes.
100%. Okay. Fair enough. Anything else you guys want to offer?
That's about it.
I would definitely recommend starting early. It's very, very beneficial.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations again to our SMG winning teams from the fall, spring, and year-long games. I hope you notice that students in all grade levels can successfully participate in the stock market game. Let's give all these winners a virtual round of applause. The second competitive component of the stock market game is Invest Right. Invest Right, an innovative national writing competition, is the program of the SIFMA Foundation, offered exclusively to teachers and students participating in the stock market game. Once the students have entered the world of business and finance by participating in the stock market game, they can participate in the Perfect Companion, our teacher-designed writing component and competition, which reinforces their newfound knowledge and hones critical thinking skills. Invest Right builds a bridge between classroom learning and the real world. Invest Right complements the stock market game learning experience and easily integrates across subjects throughout our curriculum. Teachers upload student essays for the fall and spring competition. The essays are then judged by volunteers from the investment industry. Due to the recent deadline for the spring entries and the large number of essays submitted, the spring results have not yet been announced. Make a point to check the VCEE website this summer to see who won. However, we do have the honor to meet our fall Invest Right winner. Dr. Stephen Day from the VCU Center for Economic Education will do the honors.
Each semester, the Invest Right competition gives a writing prompt for students to use to compose their essay. For the fall, the prompt was, think about the future. Imagine what it might look like with improvements in technology, investments in medicine, developments in education, new energy sources, space exploration, transportation, or progress in any field of your interest. Describe your thoughts about the future. Given what you've learned in the stock market game, select a diversified set of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds that would be a wise portfolio choice as these innovations create opportunities for investments and careers. The fall winner of the Invest Right competition is Ava W., a senior at Summit Christian Academy in Yorktown. Ava, please read your essay for us.
Hello, my name is Ava Weddle, and I'm a junior at Summit Christian Academy in Yorktown, Virginia. The future of investments. Imagine it is the year 2050. The first colony on Mars was established almost a decade ago, and numerous explorations around and beyond the asteroid belt quickly followed it. Various aerospace companies are currently perfecting ways to send astronauts out on deep space voyages. Vacations to the moon are expensive, but extremely popular, with SpaceX being the most widely used company for space tourism. The military now primarily utilizes laser weapons, and defense systems have advanced significantly. Quantum computing has become the standard technology used among scientists and researchers, and the progressing technology has allowed for many groundbreaking scientific discoveries in a myriad of different fields. Looking towards the future, one can only imagine what possibilities await us. With advancements in technology, energy, and even space exploration, the future is overflowing with opportunities. These possibilities open windows for investments in various companies. There are several categories that I predict will flourish as time goes on, and it would be wise to invest in them. These include quantum computing, space exploration, and defense companies. Quantum computing is a growing technology that could change the world. It utilizes the unique behavior of quantum physics and applies it to computing, introducing new concepts to traditional methods. These new machines process information in a way that is different from current smartphones, laptops, and even supercomputers, and they are capable of solving complex problems much faster than traditional computers. A good stock to invest in would be the International Business Machines, better known as IBM. This company has long been at the front of quantum computing. They are currently working to advance foundational quantum computing research and the possibilities of quantum computing, and several other corporations are beginning to work with them in this area. As technology advances in multiple areas, many are looking to space as the next frontier for one reason or another. Some seek to escape what they consider to be a dying planet and resettle on a new one. Others desire to explore the expanse of our galaxy and discover the secrets hidden within it. Whatever the reason, quite a few companies are currently working on advancing exploration in space and would be optimal stocks to invest in. These include Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman. Although SpaceX is a private company at the moment, it too would be a good investment once and if it goes public, currently being one of the most valuable pre-IPO companies in the world. As scientists work to send drones to Mars, bring tourists outside of Earth's atmosphere, and send astronauts into deep space, a future in interstellar exploration seems bright, both to science and investment alike. While the future does seem hopeful in many areas, it also contains darker possibilities. As rivaling nations struggle to be the first to make groundbreaking achievements in science, technology, and space exploration, tensions are bound to increase. As America and China increase their endeavors both inside and outside of Earth's atmosphere, opposition occurs from both sides, and these tensions could spark into war. That is why defense companies would be a good investment as well. One such company is Lockheed Martin, one of the top corporations in America for weapons and defense systems. Boeing, Northrop Grumman, and General Dynamics are good investments as well. As hostilities grow between nations, it would be best to prepare for the worst than to be attacked while underprepared. Thus, weapons and defense systems would be a good investment. In conclusion, there are many possibilities for investments in the future. As science and technology continue to advance, these opportunities will continue to increase. Quantum computing, space exploration, and defense systems remain three viable categories. Although several investments come with grim realities, such as the possibility of war, many are optimistic and show a bright vision for the future, both for financial investments and for humankind as a whole. Thank you.
Great job, Ava. And please remember to visit the VCEE website this summer to hear from the spring winner of the Invest Right competition. What a wonderful group of students and educators we have had the honor of recognizing today. Please give one more virtual round of applause for all of our winners and their advisors. I also want to acknowledge all of those who are here today to support the students and educators we have recognized, including family members and particularly school administrators, colleagues, and division superintendents. We know that students and teachers cannot do these exciting programs without the support of school administrators and family. Finally, we would once again like to thank our corporate partners and individual donors who were able to join today. You are instrumental in partnering with us to provide various programs for the benefit of Virginia's teachers and students, and we thank you. We hope everyone has enjoyed this virtual celebration, which will be available for replay on our Facebook page. Thanks again for joining us. Have a great evening.